right, and here is the video review for Masterpiece MP-40 TARGETMASTER Hot Rod. And physically, it's the exact same mold as the previous version. Different colors, but same transformation, same little bits and bobs. Still has the same little opening canopy that you can take, matrix, and hide in there. Whatever. This is actually one of the weird little, I can't remember what add-on set I got this with. It was one of the little light-up matrix. He's got one. I actually have like 3 or 4 of these things. This hot rod has one. There's one in my Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. They get around. But anyway, so you still got this little chamber here and everything. Just different colors. You can see a much darker maroon. I really love his front end more than the originals. I like the all yellow spoiler, although I wish it was more this kind of macaroni and cheese yellow versus the bright yellow there, slightly orangey yellow. But hey, you know, so there's things I like about both, and there's things I dislike about both, especially seeing them side by side like this. You can flip up this little thing. He comes with a, you can store his weapon just like you could on the original. He comes with a small maroon matching gun that you can plug in here if you want. He also comes with this guy, Firebolt, I think was his original name. I don't read Japanese, so I don't know what he's actually called here on the new one. I'm pretty sure this is the same mold that came with Masterpiece Optimus or Rodimus, the Toys R Us version here in America, which is called Offshoot, I think is what they called him at the time, but Firebolt or whatever, this little guy. And he's pretty posable. He's got a little twisty head, ball joints at the shoulders, and then a hinge out here, double hinged elbows, ball joint hips, ball joint knees, as well as like you flip some of the transformation stuff around. But a pretty posable little dude, and he can pose with Rodimus, or he turns into a gun. That's what Target Masters do. So we'll go ahead and we'll start getting that done. Flip these out like this, fold this all the way back, so the head comes up and hides in here. The legs turn around and clip in like this on that ball joint. They fold in here and over the kneecap like that. And there's the basic gun shape. And then you come down under here, take his arms, lift them up like this, and then fold them around like that underneath. Lift them up, rotate it so the elbow faces out. Nope, wrong way. And fold them around like that. And then, so at this point you either have the standard peg for attaching to the vehicle back here on the back, or a little flip out handle that he'll use in robot mode. So since we're on the vehicle part, you gotta have to, the instructions even show this, open the knees and the arms out a little bit so this peg, the square peg, is exposed. And you take that, plug it into the engine, and then you can just kind of fold these back in. You can kind of fold the, well, not all the way up because it will push them out, but yeah, fold those in. And then you can have him drive around with this Target Master on his nose like the old toy. Makes sense, right? Car with a gun on the front. You pop it off, and then just fold this down, and that'll be the handle. It's got the little tabs on the side that will allow him to hold it in robot mode. He doesn't peg together super tight, but he holds together well enough. Little stubby little gun. So we'll set him off to the side. And like I said, transformation to robot mode is exactly the same as this guy over here. And we'll start off just by taking these little side things and folding them down and out of the way like that. And then we'll come up here. Go ahead. Helps if you open this up just to give you some clearance. Pop these little panels up right here on the other side of the windshield. Get those unhooked, and then we can start rotating all of this. Get the arms out of the way a little bit here. This way, get this, yeah, here we go, rotate, push the head up, rotate this all around to the front here. Close this, pop the arms out to the side, and then fold these front panels in underneath there. And tap this into the front here. Flip his head around to the front. Bring this up a little bit. He's such a low, small car. Flip this around. Bring the engine in. Fold it in behind there. The arms, rotate them down. Take at the bicep swivel, rotate it around. Flip it around like that. And so you can leave them like this if you want more of a toy look, but rotate those around like that. Open up these little panels here on the side and flip out his fists. The little post here really helps with that. Getting that going, close those back up. Pop the legs out. This whole assembly folds up. We're going to fold the little orange things down. Untab these wheel assemblies from the side. You see they tab on right there. And fold them up into the body like that. Start it right again. Fold this in half around, and so that backpack kind of folds up and around like that. I'll rotate the fins around. That'll push out these little thrusters here in the back, which are now, you can see, are painted orange versus the matching around them. So bring this up here. This tab is going to go in here. So tab that in onto the tab that together, and then come down here. Tab the backpack together at the bottom here. The arms, there's a couple tabs here that are going to tab into the side of the windscreen. Just like that. And just like that. And then you can fold these two side panels on either side of his head down. Just like that. And then on the lower half, just split his legs, bring the abdomen up like that. Open up these little panels here. And then it's just kind of a Combiner Wars limb. Bring that up. Make sure this tab on the knee goes into the tab here. Like that. And then make sure that this tab on the back flap goes into the back of the knee here. When you close it up, and then, do the same on this side. And then flip the feet open, and flip the feet open. Stand him up, and there he is. And he's, like I said, he's got all the same posability and features as the previous version. He's got the side to side, the double pinned head, the swivel, and the hinge here. Rotations in both directions at the shoulders, as well as this. The upper bicep swivel and then the main bicep swivel here. Dual hinged elbows, which are nice. Wrist swivel, opening fingers, although all one piece. Waist swivel, hip movement in both directions, a thigh swivel, dual hinge knees, and then an ankle tilt and a front to back hinge on the ankle. He has the same open up his helmet and flip out the goggles gimmick, except in this case his goggles are clear, or completely clear, just like his windscreen versus the blue on the previous version, but he does still have it. And you can see there's like the windscreen paint down here on the pelvis flap, and then the additional paint there on the head crest. Like I said, he can hold either of his guns. We're going to give him this TARGETMASTER because I feel like it's the cooler gun. Let's just tab that in. And there he is, TARGETMASTER Hot Rod. And honestly, even in this mode, I dig the deco. I don't necessarily need the extra head crest paint, this kind of slightly pinkish purple around here. If that were gone and this, whatever this is going on his legs, I'd almost think this would be my preferred hot rod. And I might be able to strip this. Somebody even said swap out the lower legs, and maybe that's possible. There's a side-by-side comparison of the two together. What is more likely is that I will take, like I said, I really like the bigger, I love this chest. It just pops more. I like the bigger Autobot logo on the TARGETMASTER version. But what I'll probably do is take the TARGETMASTER and give it to the original. But he, like I said, he still has the place for the Matrix in his chest, which you can hide in there if you wish. And again, you can take this gun, flip down the post, and you can hold this one as well. So yeah, if you already have this hot rod, the only thing you're really getting, like if you prefer this deco, then there's that. But from a physical standpoint, the only thing you're really getting is the TARGETMASTER. And if you have, I don't know how the original one held. Like I said, I never had the American version of Masterpiece Rodimus Prime that came with that, or Hot Rod, whatever. So I don't know for sure if it's exactly the same mold or if they added one of those pegs. I just don't know. Like I said, I do like this. I think overall, the original deco still wins for me. But there is some stuff that I like on this. Like, so if I get rid of this purple paint easily enough, maybe. Because I think the darker boots work with this gentle. I think if I swapped them, I feel like this would almost be too light with this one. Maybe I'll do it and see physically what it looks like. But, you know, hey. But anyway, there is MP-40 Masterpiece TARGETMASTER Hot Rod.